Hello, I'm Luke from CQU and will be delivering this presentation on planning risk response. This will describe the inputs, tools and techniques and the outputs generated by these techniques. Planning risk responses is the ability to identify, pursue and enable the process of developing options and actions to resolve or address issues and risks. Inputs such as risk management plan and risk register are key in identifying, assessing, and providing a suggested solution. A risk management plan is a part of the project management plan that addresses current risk-affected areas such as scope, schedule, and cost. The risk management plan describes how activities will be performed and structured, which includes the methodology, roles and responsibilities, budgeting, timing, risk categories, probability and impact. In brief, cost, time and quality are referred to in the provided table, which can visualize and determine the effect upon the project. This identifies the probability and impact on the project while addressing risk categories. A risk register identifies the risk, recognizes the consequences and likelihood, and then gives an overall rating for each risk. By doing this, risks can be reduced as precautions can be implemented to either reduce the consequence or likelihood. In reference to the displayed risk register, the bottom image is filled out and the level of risk is referred to in the above table of likelihood versus consequence to provide a rating. Tools and techniques used in addressing risk response is strategies for positive and negative risks, threats or opportunities, and an expert judgment. Expert judgment is the input from a person or group of knowledge on the subject with prior specialized education, knowledge, experience, or training. In addressing negative risks or threats, there is 4 commonly used strategies being avoid, transfer, mitigate, and accept, where each strategy is usually circumstantial to the risk. The avoidance risk strategy is used by a project team to eliminate a risk or protect a project from its impact. An example of this being implemented would be to change an objective, meaning extending schedules, changing strategies, or the scope. Transference strategies in brief shifts the risk to a contractor, however this risk has not been eliminated. It simply takes the risk off us as an engineer, as it can be insured or guaranteed in the form of a contract in a financial point of view. Mitigation, on the other hand, reduces the risk probability by implementing precautions such as using a less complex method, conducting more tests, or even choosing a more stable supply. Finally, to accept a risk would be to identify and leave passive until the risk arises. This method is only used when it is unreasonable to do any other. Precautions to this risk should be reserve money, time, and resources, and should be documented. Positive risks or opportunities are not as extreme as they benefit a project. However, they are useful with methods such as exploit, enhance, share, and accept. In exploiting an opportunity, its objective is to ensure an advantage such as reducing time, cost, or materials which may be present in an area of expertise or new equipment. Enhancing an opportunity involves increasing the probability of the opportunity happening, for example, maximizing better drivers to finish a job earlier, reducing costs, and therefore maximizing profit. Sharing the opportunity is to involve a third party to take advantage of it, and in turn, all parties benefit from it. Accepting an opportunity is to acknowledge it and undergo it if it arises, but not to pursue it. The outputs of planned risk responses is project management plan updates and document updates. Plan updates such as schedule, cost, and quality, for example, would need to be updated along with the documents that follow. In conclusion, planned risk responses are important to not only ensure safety but to also maximize profit and minimize its risks.